a number of different public functions and larger organizations. So I applaud my fellow council members for such diligence in trying to make Washougal a better place to live.
Now I remember, Molly inspired me here by being a good public official. I wanted to thank the gentleman whose name I didn't catch, who came to announce his candidacy. Mike Appel. Okay. And the reason I wanted to mention you and thank you was because we need good people to run for office. And nothing destroys a country quicker than not having good people step forward in difficult times. This is one of those times. Thank you for stepping forward.
Any other items from council? Okay, moving into the regular agenda. First item we have coming from the consent agenda, Agenda Bill 8810, setting the public hearing for the 6-year Transportation Improvement Program. Mr. Evers.
Thank you, Mayor Guard, Council. Each year, the city must submit an updated 6-year transportation improvement program to the Regional Transportation Council. Staff would like to set a public hearing to gather public comment on current projects as well as possible projects for 2011 through 2016, 6-year TIP. The recommended action this evening, set a public hearing for 7 o'clock on July 19th, 2010, inviting public comment regarding the 2011 to 2016 6-year transportation improvement program.
Thank you. Council discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we set the public hearing for 7 p.m. on July 19th, inviting public comment regarding the 2011-2016 6-year transportation improvement.
I'm sorry, I had a comment. Oh,
Comments would come after the second.
I've got a motion and a second. Jennifer, go ahead.
yes. I move to add an additional date for a public hearing of August 2nd, 2010, for additional comments on this transportation improvement plan. It is a 6-year plan, and I believe it needs some more revision.
Second.
Trevor, does that still fall into timelines for you to have this completed?
Yeah, typically summer by the end of September. We have it updated. Last year was actually mid-June. So timing-wise with the retreat or council retreat scheduled for July 31st, if needed, could be discussed at that point if it makes the agenda, Mayor Guard. Lastly, before it goes August 2nd for our recommended action, but we could still set the public hearing for the 19th for public comment.
So are we, just to clarify, are we talking 2 public hearing dates?
That's,
That's
I believe, what I heard
Okay,
from
okay.
Jennifer.
So we need to vote on the amendment.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Trust me, 2 weeks ago, the system didn't work, and they needed all these notes to recreate your minutes, so. Okay, I've got a motion and a second to add a second public hearing to the recommended action for 7 p.m. on Monday, August 2nd. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I rise in support of the amendment. I do support public comment, especially having multiple opportunities for input. And that'll give us a better opportunity to hit a larger portion of our citizens, and I urge adoption of the amendment.
Any other items from council?
I'd also urge the council to consider as we move forward on this transportation plan, to also keep in mind future annexations in the east and in the west, that these transportation impacts or these transportation plans may need to impact to help build infrastructure in that area. So just keep that in mind as we proceed on this.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second on the amendment to add Monday, August 2nd, 2010, 7 p.m. for a second public hearing on this item. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any additional comment on the first motion? Okay, I've got a motion and a second to set a public hearing now for 7 p.m. on both July 19, 2010 and August 2, 2010 at 7 p.m. to take public comment on the 2011-2016 Transportation Improvement Plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Agenda Bill 8910, Declaration of Support for Voluntary Green Building Standards. Ms. Boyes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. This is a request that council authorize the mayor to sign a declaration of support for sustainable communities and a voluntary green building standard between Clark County and the cities of Camas, Washougal, Ridgefield, the Center, Battleground, the town of Yakult, and the city of Vancouver. The purpose is to provide a consistent application and implementation of the voluntary alternative countywide. The builders in the community have been asking for a uniform set of guidelines for their customers that seek to build more efficient homes. This alternative provides options for homeowners that desire an energy, water, and resource-efficient home. A few examples of code that would apply would be low-flow shower heads, faucets and toilets, or ventilation systems that cycle in fresh air and hot water recirculation systems. The background on this is that this code was written by the International Code Council and supported by the National Builders Association, and it's also supported by our local Building Industry Association. It is a voluntary alternative. The recommended action is to make a motion authorizing the mayor to sign the declaration of support as shown in Exhibit A of your packet.
Mr. Mayor, I so move.
Second?
Got a motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the declaration of support for the voluntary green building standards.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to table this for another 2 weeks. I need more time to do some more research on it. If we can talk about it again the next workshop and bring it up at the next meeting, that's what I would like to do.
Got a motion and a second to table the item to the June 28th workshop. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Roll call.
Councilmember Costa?
No.
Councilmember Shoemaker?
Aye.
Councilmember McDaniel?
Aye.
Councilmember Delaval?
Aye.
Councilmember Green?
No.
Councilmember Morris?
No.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Is there additional information that you need from staff that they can begin prepping for the council agenda, or the packets for Wednesday?
Just one question is kind of overriding. I'd like to know why it is important for us to enter into an interlocal and why not just do it on the local level without being connected with everyone else. So that's what I would like. That would be the first question I'd like to get answered. Hey, why can't we just pass our own voluntary green standards for the city? Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to Agenda Bill 90-10, resolution adoption of the interlocal agreement between the cities of Washougal and Camas for the protective inspection service. Mrs. Boyes.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and council, this was initiated actually by our building official, not by me, and in conjunction with a partnership with the building official and the city